So I promised a couple of videos back that I would do a video on the new tires that I picked up. They are the Cooper Discover Rugged Trek. They're brand new as of last year. They're still limited on sizes. Of course, everything with supply chains is pretty limited. But I wanted to share my first impressions on them, and I'm going to keep this real short, so hang around for a couple of minutes and I'll tell you what I've discovered so far, because I am impressed. And I'm impressed because I've so far taken it up to 80 miles an hour and the truck is nice and stable. This is a 1-ton truck, 8,000 pounds, loaded with a bunch of crap in the back. And when tires are crappy, this truck likes to squirm. It likes to move around. So this is really surprising, because if you look at the footage that I just posted, these are tall treads. They're 19-30 seconds deep. They've got these cutouts, sort of a 3-sided cutout, if you noticed, in the middle of the treads. And you would think that those treads would be moving around a lot, but they're not. I've also driven them down about 20 miles of dirt road now. I've climbed up some hills that I normally had to put my truck in 4-wheel drive in to stop from the back tires spinning on the gravel. And that was super annoying, you know. And if I didn't put it in 4-wheel drive, I ended up with the drivetrain feedback and so on, which is bad enough when you're driving a 1-ton truck with a manual transmission and a dual mass clutch. There's no anti-feedback there. There's no fancy clutch, let's put it that way. Now, have I noticed anything sort of negative about them? Not so far. I've had them for a few days. I did pay attention to how much gravel they picked up on the dirt roads on the way out here, because driving out the back of all these farmlands, it is literally just a gravel bar on these roads, and usually you're picking up rocks and chucking them and stuff like that. So what I did is I counted about how many rocks I noticed that were significant that came up and hit the body of the truck as I was driving around in these about last 15 miles where it was just pure gravel. And I maybe counted 5, and you can see there's 1 or 2 in the tread block right now. However, those are ones I probably picked up, I think, on this short section of road where I was going kind of slow, or up in the field here behind me, because I drove up and around this hill behind me to see how the tires would hook up as best I could. I was hoping I would have a little bit wetter conditions, but it's been a super dry winter in the last couple of years, and what little snow and rain we got this year is gone already. I can't say anything negative about them. These tires I picked up, they're a 10-ply E-rated tire. That's what you need if you're running a 1-ton or a 3/4 ton truck, in my opinion. That offers the most amount of sidewall and tread life, tread protection, excuse me. So once again, we're off to the races with another tire test and review. I've got the other tires actually sitting in the back of my trucks, the last ones that I did a review on. Those tires lasted a very long time, and they are now, one of them's going back because I paid for the warranty coupon. I'm going to go back and get that tire replaced, because I did have a separation with it last year on the way up to Canada, where I was teaching long-range shooting. My tires get beat to crap, generally speaking. They spend a lot of time off pavement, getting into spots such as where I am to teach. Where I teach in the coastal mountains of British Columbia, it's a low gear crawl for a good portion of the climb up onto the top of this mountain, and we're climbing up and over rocks about like this. Just ask Rob, who brought his little Honda 4x4 with him last year. He had trouble even getting up the last couple hundred yards because that little SUV or minivan or whatever it is was bottoming out on stuff. Yeah, not the right kind of vehicle, but nonetheless, that's beside the point. I just want to get the point across that this truck does get up into some pretty rough terrain, and it is fully loaded. The bed is fully loaded when we're doing this. Quite often stuff on the rack as well too. And I've got, you know, steel targets, I've got steel target supports, I've got ammo, rifles, camping gear, food, sometimes a smoker, and all this stuff in the back of the truck, so it's weighed down. And lastly, I'm going to say this is really a very pleasant surprise. They're quiet. These tires are quiet. I got up to 80 miles an hour on these side roads back here. And before you think I'm speeding or something like that, this is rural Idaho. Nobody gives a crap. 80 miles an hour, no noticeable noise unless I was pulling a corner, and then I had some of that, some of that sort of like squeamish, I don't know how to explain it, but just sort of a crisper noise as the tread blocks took a little bit of that torsional force. And that may be because they're brand new treads and they still had those little nubbins sticking off them as well. But overall, yeah, guys, I'm really impressed. I'm just fingers crossed that this is a tire that I can stay with for a long time. And alright, I said I would save the best for last on this tire. And the best thing about these tires is they have a 55,000 mile warranty, a tread life warranty on a tire that is pretty much a mud tire minus a few degrees. And I will take this tire over a mud tire any day, because this is a tire that I can tell already with its siping will do okay in the snow and even a bit on the ice. I will also take the wear for this over a mud tire because I'm not out mudding. I'm going to be realistic here. I'm not out mudding my truck and beating the crap out of it because I'm not that dumb. This is my daily driver. It's a business truck and stuff like that. And I think, when you're honest with yourself about this kind of stuff, these are a better suited tire for 99% of the daily drivers out there that are trucks. And if you can get this onto an SUV, man, I say go for it. You will love these tires, and you won't be calling me to get you unstuck out in the middle of the desert. So, you know who you are. You know who you are. You still owe me lunch, by the way.